So we have taken a, like, David mentioned at the beginning of the call, this is not a contrarian view, but we have moved away from, content generation, content automation, to looking more into how analytics can be improved and how attribution can be improved, and in turn, how marketing can be improved. And it is based on what we saw earlier in terms of, data, predictive accuracy, adoption, and innovation, right? So where we have looked at uh, AI applications is we have come up with this new concept of decision modeling. So what decision modeling and we'll walk through each of these with some examples. But the essence of decision modeling is that you simplify how you take marketing decisions today, because it takes a long time to make any marketing decision, because there's a ton of analysis that goes behind it. You might have to run simulations, you might have bureaucracy, you might have a process involved. So it takes a while to implement a marketing decision if you have to change your strategy, especially. But decision modeling simplifies that process. I mean, decision modeling is not simple, but it simplifies the process by providing recommendations on every marketing decisions at every level of hierarchy. And we'll talk about it a little more in the next slide with an example. And the second thing that we want to look at is, once you have a decision model, once you have decision recommendations, what are the next thing that the users or marketers would want to have? An essential tool to implement these decision recommendations would be to either reject the decision or simplify or test it and market in a smaller sample size. So how can I quickly get this decision recommendation into an in-market test? So create that the AI framework will help you based on the decision recommendation, the complexity, the strategic impact, the budgets involved, and everything. It will help you design an in-market test where you can learn from it confidently and say that, hey, I can make this a part of my mainstream marketing strategy, or I need to make certain tweaks to it before I make it part of my mainstream marketing strategy. Right? And the third part is, we again talked about it during adoption. How can we simplify all of this information that is coming through this complex modeling system, which has AI now built into it, converting all of this information from reports, models, and presentations into simple user-based data stories? I know I want to tell you that your brand is not doing well because your customer satisfaction scores were low, because you had a test drive problem, which resulted in, brand equity erosion, which led to lower test drive signups, which led to a decline in sales. So I want to get to that simplified level of storytelling. And of course, the users will always have the option of the detailed analysis, but you would start from that data story and say, this is this is what is happening, and this is why it is happening, this is where it is happening, and this is what you can do about it. So we're trying to simplify that process using AI. And then the last part is, again, this is slightly not, I would not call it unrelated, but slightly off topic from these three AI applications. But what we have seen and what we've experimented so far is that when you start understanding and taking into account the creative aspect of your marketing, which is very often overlooked, and because quantified creative data is not available today, so when we start bringing in quantified data from creatives, it enhances the accuracy of attribution by at least 10 to 20%, because because a channel might be performing because of the channel and the audience it has, but creative also plays a significant role in relating the brand to the audience. So when you bring in that element into your attribution, it plays a significant role in improving the accuracy of attribution.